Our Thunder fans, we're here post-game after Thunder's opening night win 6-1 over the Aberdeen IronBirds. Manager Shawn Chacon, whole bunch of guys here with me, media tonight, interviewing Shawn here. Shawn, 6-1 win, opening night. Just first initial thoughts on the win, being here back at the ballpark in Trenton and playing in front of home fans.
Man, it's so good to get the win. The staff and I last night after our second workout, we were just texting and stuff and talking. It was hard not to acknowledge how good we felt just about the first couple of days and just our initial, camaraderie. Just like it felt real close right away with me, Josh, and Ron. So our preparation the first couple of days and communication, it just made us feel really good, like high hopes. And it was hard to be like predict like it was going to be a great night tonight, but because you don't want to jinx it, I guess, right? But it just felt like that. It did. So with the new stadium and over the day and just everything, it just, it's not a relief because we expected it, but it's just nice to know that our preparation, the staff, front office, everybody, the players, like they just seem so ready to play, prepared. And again, like I'll talk about JJ, Josh Johnson all day. Like he came in from day one and there's no stone left unturned. And the guys respond to him, and defensively, coaching third, the bases, like tonight, like he was the guy,
I saw him that one play. He got down low, third base, telling him where to slide.
He was locked in.
Yeah, locked in. And so it's great because I'm not, coaches in the past, whatever teams that I played on, with manager coaches, it's always been good. The quality's always been there as far as like experience. But I'm just saying something different about the mix with me and JJ and Ron. It just works. So it allows, I think, the players to recognize that we're all communicating and trying to take all the pressure that's out there, trying to take it all off of them so they can go play. And it just felt like they were just real calm and relaxed. And for an opening day, like they've done it before. So I felt like I was more nervous than, watching Chase Swain in that first at bat. I'm like, man, he just looked like he was calm, collected, cool. And I think the pitchers, Holden, they were able to, the times that you could tell it was like it could slip away, they reeled it back in like instantly, the pitches. And it wasn't anything we were doing. It was just kind of like, you wait, because you don't know. The first game of the draft league, you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You don't know. So it was nice to see them like all just, it was a clean game. Aberdeen played great. So again, overall, you can't beat the first win of opening day. Like that's just, no matter how you do it. So we happy.
Hey Shawn, you guys used 4 pitchers tonight. All of them were very economical, and your offense, all of them pretty much contributed, got on base, stole bases like you mentioned. How does that take pressure off you as a manager when other guys come in through the bullpen? And to speak a little bit on IronBirds tonight as well.
The pitching is always going to be, where teams have success or don't, like wins and losses. It's always the start of the pitching. Occasionally you have games where the offense does more than they usually need to and picks you up. But it's also being able to keep the game close for the pitchers. The first 3 innings, they were so good, both sides so clean. But the at-bats that I noticed with our offense, there wasn't a lot of first pitch swinging at-bats. Like there just wasn't. There was a lot of worked counts, a lot of patience, which you don't see from, young college players a lot. You don't see it in the first day of the season of the draft league. You see guys that are like just so anxious. So to see that play out for the offense is cool. But talk about Holden Herring, just pitched his butt off. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And you could see like him trying to contain himself, but like still want to let the dog out. But he did it. He kept it in. He got through that 3 innings, whatever. And then, who followed him?
David.
Oh, the high school kid. Wow. So yeah, he's going to prom tomorrow, by the way. Yeah. So anyway, right? To watch him come and pitch and he was 88, maybe 89, his first few to 90, but to watch how he went about his work after it was so cool to see. Like, the kid is a pitcher. So again, you get used to seeing the throwers in this league, like we've all seen it, but you see a kid like that kind of polish, then you understand why he's here. It was great to see him, and you know, he pitched his ass off, obviously. Earmuffs, edit, I don't care. Berg, second lieutenant in the Army. Come on. I mean, we had him not going, but we had him on alert for a couple innings before he actually got in. And then when he finally got hot, I told Ronnie, I'm like, you know what? He's coming in the game. I'm not gonna get him hot. And we didn't plan on him throwing 2 innings, but he threw I think like 17 pitches maybe that first inning. And I asked him how he felt. He's like, great. And I'm like, all right, cool. Does it again. So having to only use 4 pitchers was huge. We saved Calzadillas and Elijah Foster for tomorrow, and those were the 2 guys we were planning on using at the back end, like, you know, in a safe situation or a closer game. So we were able to get Nate Bennett out there and, you know, get that comfortable, I guess, what was it, 5-run lead, 59, you know, the plan was executed. That's all I can say, and it really goes like that in baseball. So JJ and I are like sitting here smiling and smirking at each other because we did talk about it going this way, and that's, you know, that's what happened. So, yeah, 1 down.
Thank you.
I brought this up with Karsten. The starter for Aberdeen is from Taiwan, and he has kind of a more funky motion, kind of sits back on the back leg for a bit longer than most of the American windups you see. Is there anything in the coaching decision that you tell hitters to change to prepare for the timing?
No, and, you know, coming in these first, you know, few games, you don't know much about any of the pitchers. Our scouting report we had on him, I think was a little bit inaccurate, but only velocity-wise, I think, because I think a lot of our guys came back surprised when he was, you know, pumping 96. But they made the adjustment. It looked like he sat a little bit, got his fastball to ride a little bit more, so they were seeing it, but it was jumping on him. So, you know, he's a talented pitcher. The pause, I think they called a balk on him because of that hesitation, which, I mean, he's going to learn with guys on base. I guess you can't do it. I don't know. But our hitters, like, they seem so mature where they've seen it before, and it didn't phase them. Like, nothing's going to phase them. That's just that's the overall. All right. Like, we've seen it all before, so.
The play by Jowick in the 9th, obviously. Great play. I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, that was like a cherry on top of the whole night, I feel like. And he struggled at the dish. Let's point that out first. Like, and he would tell you he struggled. He got an RBI or whatever, but I promise he would be like disappointed. But again, to have him be able to make that play like that, you know, it was again like cherry on top. Amazing. It was so good, so good, so good. I don't know how whoever's running bases is like really slow, but still, we made the play anyway. Right.
I know you mentioned yesterday, you know, having Carson back, just, you know, it's exciting for you, especially with the experience that he brings. You know, he had a couple of real quality at-bats today, worked the walk, had a double 100 balls off the bat, and then defensively, you know, did his part over there at first base. Just speak about what you saw from him in his entirety from this game and his performance tonight.
Well, it's, you know, you gotta give him mad props. Like, he drove in, yesterday? His first workout was yesterday with us, you know, coming from school. But like I said, when I talked about him, somebody earlier, like, it just looks like he has this determination about him, calm, quiet determination. And I always said last year, he knew who he was. He wasn't ever like CC's son. Like, he knew who he was. He was secure with himself. And this year it just seems like he's more mature, he's more fit, he's more confident what he's doing at the plate. Defensively, he's way more confident, comfortable at first base. And the fact that of who he is, and he's been here before, and he's a big, giant man, like, he commands that kind of leadership type role, and I think he just led by example tonight, which is awesome.
Talk about the 5-run 6th inning to break the 1-1 tie. I took advantage of what was kind of giving you the walks and everything. And big hit by Gray after you went ahead by 1. The base loader walked to Coonan, but then Gray threw right side. But just a huge inning to go ahead, get a nice cushion.
I mean, this is where, you know, Josh Johnson, JJ, and the coaching at third base come in that inning. Like, it wasn't just, you know, the walks, it wasn't just the hit, you know, it wasn't, you know, those guys do it. Like, it's also, you know, the coaching and him having them aware, right? Him having them alert, confident, and then again, the preparation. Like, you know, they're ready. Grant Gray stepping up, picking up, I forgot who struck out before him. Was it
Paradine struck
Yeah.
out after the tough ball down the right field line, questionable
right
call there.
Which Federico, my guy, whatever.
He struck out then. Yeah.
Yeah, he struck out. But listen, Grant Gray coming up, and then again, not trying to do too much, but understanding. And you got JJ at third base, letting these guys know that, and they look to him, and you know the confidence is there. So that inning for me, it was exactly what we had talked about we wanted to do. We wanted to get on base. We wanted to have guys on base, steal bases, cause action, cause chaos. And right after that single, that great hit, immediately, JJ puts on double steal. For me, I'm like, oh, that's what we're about. Like
awesome.
but it really is because, and I'll keep talking about it. It stands out in my mind in the whole game because a lot of that stuff gets overlooked a lot of the time, right? And you try to put players in position to be successful. Well, I feel like, you know, JJ, myself, Ronnie, we did a pretty good job of that tonight.